Welcome to the first running of our sales corner here at Pathpoint. I have these three lovely guys with us, and I'm going to kick it over to Adam to kind of give him an introduction about himself and what brought him over to Pathpoint.
Yeah, thanks, Zack. I really appreciate it. Hi, my name is Adam Pistella. I sit over here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Super excited to serve our agents in the Northeast, excluding New York and New Jersey. Prior to Pathpoint, I was an account manager with Pi, and then I was an agent myself with ADP and ADPIA. What brought me to Pathpoint was the opportunity to work with a ton of great agents and continue my insurance career on the E&S side of things.
Thank you so much, Adam. I really appreciate it. Derek, why don't we hear a little bit about yourself?
Hey everybody, I'm Derek Jansen. Been living in Arizona for the last 15 years. Decided to come back east, and I'll be moving to Raleigh. But I really have a thing for Texas, so I'm really looking forward to working with agents in Texas. I've got Austin all the way up to North Texas. Really have a lot of experience working in the area. What brought me to Pathpoint was just the opportunity to work with a bunch of different carriers and help place E&S business, because sadly we all know standard carriers just don't want to write business anymore. So we're here to help you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Derek. And last but not least, Keegan, would you like to jump in?
Yeah. Hi there, everybody. I currently sit in Castle Rock, Colorado. Colorado is where I was born and raised. While I am a Colorado native, I'm actually have to be one of the very few people that does not ski or snowboard in the entire state. So I just can't stand the I-70 snow traffic, so I avoid it at all costs. But I do love to fish and golf, so that's what I do. I spend a lot of my time doing in Colorado. What brought me to Pathpoint is I'm very intrigued on trying to make insurance more efficient and easier for all parties involved, particularly for some of the tougher to place risks like the E&S business. So prior to Pathpoint, I was on the carrier side for 3 years, and 5 years prior to that, I was working on the agency side. So got a little bit of experience in everything so far, and I'm looking forward to working with everybody.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Keegan. I'll kind of give you a little bit of background here about myself as well. I'm born and raised originally in Flint, Michigan. My dad and two uncles were State Farm agents. At one point in time, we had 11 people with my last name working for State Farm. Now I reside down in Sarasota, Florida. My fiance and I, that's where we call home. Same thing as Keegan, big golfer, which shockingly why I moved to Florida, so that way I could at least play year round. Not really big into fishing, but we enjoy all of our families down here. So we enjoy a lot of family time. 9 nieces and nephews within an hour away from our house, which kind of keeps our hands full. Other than that, I've been in insurance basically my entire life. At 16, as soon as I got my driver's license, I was taking pictures of all 4 sides of a house and a roof for my dad's State Farm agency, and then have spent the last 8.5 years on the brokerage side. The last year of that, I was working with Pathpoint as an agent. Got me really excited about what they could write that the standard markets just could not write, and just help with risks that overall helped our business grow. So it was a wonderful jump for me. I transitioned over in December of 2024 or 2023, sorry, and I've been here now for about 4.5 months. So with that being said, that's kind of our introductions to all of our agents. Now we're just going to highlight a couple of our system changes and run through a quick demo. So here on my screen, this is going to be our homepage. This is going to be your submission center. This is going to be where you call home for Pathpoint. Anything that you need done is going to be right through here. From going from your submissions to all of your policies with your agency, how this works is pretty much like every other standard carrier. We tried to make E&S with a little bit more of a standard touch for us, which is pretty cool. Some things that I really want to highlight for our agency is we just basically launched agency sharing. So now we can go through and you can see, if you're in the same agency with somebody else, a quote that they were working on. Say I'm out sick and Derek needs to jump in. He can see this Yolanda Mills account and jump right in for me the next day to figure that out and help right away bind that quote. What's nice is over here, you're going to see this change agent or change sharing for this risk. As long as that is on, everyone in your agency can see that quote, and then they can jump in at any time to help you out when you need it. That's something new that's with us. Before, we would have to reassign the risks per person and have it moved. So that's going to be quite an easy little transition for you here. From there, we're going to actually dive into a quote. How you start a quote with us is you're going to go up here to the top right and start submission. Pretty self-explanatory and easy. Once you do that, you're going to go ahead. It's going to take you right to your class of business. So For this one, the vertical I chose was retail and service. Once you click on retail and service, you're going to see all of our verticals here. The first one that we're going to do today is nail salon. With nail salon, we're just going to go into general information. This is going to ask you mailing address and just some simple eligibility questions. Really nothing you haven't seen before. If you've quoted this with any other carriers or filled out Accords, you've already answered these questions, which is nice. So this page, pretty self-explanatory. Again, just name of the business, what type of business it is, LLC, incorporated, joint venture, we can do them all. After you fill out this page, then we're actually going to get into the meat of the quote. This is going to be our little bit longer questions. These are going to be really what dictates whether or not we're going to be able to offer terms for you. I'm going to run through this here a little bit. These are basic questions that, again, if you filled out your Accords or if quoted through anybody else, we're not asking something wild and off the page. They should be pretty self-explanatory as you guys for the agency. Once you scroll through here, and you can notice that, okay, I've answered all these questions and I still see my submission is in appetite and eligible for an instant quote, we can go ahead and continue. When we continue, it's going to take you to the exposures tab. The exposures tab is just going to be where is this business located. For this one, we just did GL for a nail salon, so we just need the physical mailing address. What's really nice is this is a new change for us as well. When you used to enter your business address in the first page along with the name of the business, that would pull through over here and did cause some confusion for agents, especially if the mailing address doesn't match up with the business address. Now this, when you come in here, is going to be blank and empty for you to fill out and won't pull through for you to have to remember, oh, I need to change that address. Or after you bind a quote, hey, we need to actually change the business primary address. Down here, you're just going to go through. They have 5 technicians at this one with a gross sale of 85,000. So nice and easy for us. Next page, another simple thing. It's going to be your policy effective date. It's going to be your GL liability limits, and it's going to be anything else that you need that we can add to these type of policies. So if you need hired auto, non-owned auto coverage for this, if it's a lender requirement for this business, you can go ahead and add that right here. If you need additional insured for completed operations, say anything goes wrong 6 months down the line, nail salons, I don't know how many nails are breaking 6 months down the line. I think according to my fiance, they get done every 2 weeks. So it's one of those things where maybe for this business, it's not necessary, but for an HVAC company or some of our contractors that maybe do a job 6 months down the road, that's where you're going to want that. Once you come through here, the last thing that we're going to ask you is if it has a lender or any additional insureds that need to be listed on the policy. You're just going to go ahead and click those. So when you create your COI, you already have that endorsement added to your quote. The best part about us right here is we have a review page. The review page is basically going to show you everything you just answered. It's not going to be anything that we're asking you. It's going to be everything that we've already asked you and exactly how you answered it. So you can take your time, scroll through here, see what you did, and just kind of double check your work. Once you're here, you're actually going to see, okay, I see all of the carriers that Pathpoint is going to offer for this one. Some of them are going to be instant. Some of them are going to require underwriter review. What's nice is we have 3 instant quotes that line up exactly with this right up here. You're going to go ahead and hit submit. I've already skipped that page for us. And then it's going to take you to the account summary. The account summary is going to be the quotes that we offer. As you saw prior that we had 3 instant quotes, 1, 2, and 3. What's nice is you can scroll through here, and another new feature that we've launched is the premium financing. So what's cool is if your client doesn't want to pay in full or wants to pay monthly with 25% down, you no longer have to just try to calculate that yourself or ask us, hey, what is going to be the down payment? What are going to be the terms? What's everything going to look like? We show you right here. Paid in full is clearly going to be your total premium. And then with this one, it looks like there is an interest charge of about $38.33. That's rolled into the 10 monthly installments and the 25% down. If you would like to go through with the quote, everything looks good here for this one. You're just going to go ahead and hit select option. Select option is going to take you to the subjectivities. Subjectivities can be done in one of 2 ways. One, if you already have your own DocuSign, your own way of formatting, your own way of collecting e-signatures, or even having customers come into your agency and sign, this is going to be your best bet. This is going to be where every document we need is in blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You click those, it's going to download right away for you. Of course, I'm having an error because I'm in the demo system. But what's nice is if you click on them, they are going to come right up here into your little download tab. And then you can actually download those right onto your computer for signing. If you don't want to go through that hassle and want to just do everything instantly, we have an e-signature. I like to run through the e-signature the entire way right now with everything. But again, on our demo site, we now have this select an agent and none of us are actual agents. So with e-signing, the first thing you're going to do is this is going to be a drop down of everyone in your office. Just to run through this quick, if Michael Smith is in the office, you're going to select Michael Smith. It's going to have his NPN number right next to it. From there, that's going to unlock step 2. That's going to be your state specific questions. The big thing there is the name of signatory and the named insured. So when it asks you for that named insured box, it's not going to be you as the agent. It is actually going to be the person that owns the business. Again, if that's Jack Smith and it's L123 Main Street LLC, you're going to put Jack Smith as the named insured and the owner or his interest in that building. From there, you sign. Once you're done signing, we create a link. All you have to do is copy that link and send it via email to your insured. We do not send it to your insured. This is the only thing we do not. We handle billing if you are on Pathpoint direct bill. If you're on Pathpoint agency bill, standard agency bill across, you retain your commission, you pay us our invoices, and we're all happy. Other than that, once you're done with these 3 steps, you're going to come down here, confirm everything is true, provide us with an inspection contact. So again, Jack Smith, if that's who we're needing to call, we're going to give him a call, email. So you're going to give us his name, email, and phone number. And again, if he's responsible for paying, looks like I put Owen Wilson on this one, but it looks like if Owen Wilson's responsible for paying, we're going to put his name, email, and phone number. Reason being, once you request bind, it's going to take about a 2 to 3 hour underwriter review period. They go through and just make sure all of your class codes are done correctly, all of your signatures are done correctly. The insured actually signed their name and not the agency's name, or vice versa. Once that's done, you're going to receive an email as an agency letting you know, hey, this is bound and complete. Payment link has been sent out to your insured. That insured will receive a payment link directly to this email that you put in here. Once they pay, the binder and declarations page issue for you. We only issue on payment received, and that is the easiest way for us to move forward. If you're on agency bill, once you request bind, it's still subject to the 2 to 3 hour period. Once our underwriter reviews everything, then again, it will instantly bind for you and we will send you an invoice. Those are our 2 ways of binding, and that is everything for our system. So that is a full run through of a retail service nail salon for GL. If there's any questions or concerns, we're going to open up the floor now that we've completed this demo. And I believe Justine has been collecting those from the audience and will prep us now.
Right now, I will read some of the questions off, but if you have any additional questions while we're going through this, please feel free to use the chat or the Q&A. One question I already answered on here: does Pathpoint do churches in Wisconsin? Pathpoint isn't a market for churches at all, so not for GL or property, but we do write properties in GL in Wisconsin. So great question there. The next question we have, which I haven't answered yet, I'll just throw this out to the floor, and gentlemen, if you could just respond, that would be great. So the first one: how do I get a renewal quote at pathpoint.com? So how do we get renewal quotes?
Yeah, I'll jump off mute and answer that. I think that's a great question. As important as new business is, you want to make sure that business is renewing and staying with you year over year. So with that renewal process, when you are a few months out, you will start getting emails with a new URL to go through Pathpoint's workflow to answer any additional questions that may come up as carriers change their appetite and we add more carriers on our side. A lot of the information will already be pre-filled into the submission flow. So you would just go through, click through everything, make sure if there was something missing or something added year over year, you are adding that there. And then similar to what Zach just showed you guys, you are going to go through this bind flow and a new payment link will be sent out to your insured or to your agency.
All right, thank you. All right, so the next question we have is, and this is regarding payments. So we have actually 2 questions related to payments. One, can you run through the payment terms? And 2, can you explain the difference between agency and insured bill?
I can take that one. So I'll answer the second question first. So we utilize a digital payment experience, if you will, called PathPay. And PathPay is something that every agent that is working with Pathpoint will have to create an account for, because not only is it for our billing of the policies, but it's also how we handle commissions. So within PathPay, we have two different types of payment options. We have PathPay Agency, which is the traditional wholesaler way of billing, where you, the agent, would collect payment and then remit payment to Pathpoint on behalf of the insured. And then second, we have something that's pretty unique to just Pathpoint in the sense that we have PathPay Insured, which is essentially we are direct billing the insured via a payment link, as Zach mentioned earlier. And PathPay Insured has quickly become one of our agents' preferred methods for several reasons. Not only is it because they don't have to track down payment or be on the hook for the minimum earned, but also because we can add in a broker fee if we need to. If that's something you guys are interested in doing, we can add that to all policies. You just need to reach out to your account manager. We can add that for you, no problem. And lastly, as Zach mentioned, we can do installments for insured PathPay insured bill, and that's 25% down. We can do 10 equal installments. We do collect the fees and the taxes up front. So PathPay insured is definitely making life easier for all of our agencies.
Fabulous. And Keegan, while we're talking about payments, we have two more questions regarding payments.
Okay, shoot.
All right, so the first one is, how long do we have to make a payment on each? And then how do we update payment methods? So let's do the first one. How long do we have to make a payment on each PathPay Insured and PathPay Agency? I assume that's what they mean.
Sure. Yep. So for PathPay Agency, payment is due within 20 days of the effective date. And then for PathPay Insured, payment is due 3 days within the effective date. So there is a big difference in the two.
Okay. And then part two, how do we update payment methods used in midterm? Sorry.
Nope, you're good. So that's fairly simple. If the insured is opting to utilize their own PathPay account, they can go online and do it themselves by updating it very quickly within their login. Or if the agent wants to do it on behalf of the insured, they can just call their account manager and we can get it done within a few clicks of a button. So one of two very easy ways.
All right, thank you, Keegan. All right, we have a lot more questions here, so I'm just going to go run down these. What classes do you see the most success with at Pathpoint?
Jump in. I definitely want to make myself useful on this podcast. So yeah, what we're seeing Pathpoint write a lot of is LROs, contractors, and monoline property. Those are really our top three. The nice part about Pathpoint is we're constantly adding products monthly, it seems now. So every account manager that you have in your region, make sure to reach out to them because we can get very granular with what classes are doing well in the LROs and monoline properties. So we're here to be an asset and resource for you. So if you don't know if something fits your appetite or if it's hitting with us, just let us know because we want to win just as much as you want to win.
All right, fabulous. Next question I see. Will I need to set up a new billing account at renewal? Good question. So with renewals, do you need to set up new billing accounts?
Yes, I'll take that one. I had the first renewal. So with billing, you will go through and there will be a new link for the insured to make payment.
Wonderful. Next question I see here is, what is your current appetite for, we just did the quote with this one. What's your current appetite for nail salons and beauty parlors? So what?
Yeah, so I'll take this one as I just kind of did a demo for it right now. This is actually one of our new products, retail and service vertical, having nail salons and beauty parlors. We actually are pretty open for them right now. As you can see, this one just quoted instantly for us. Those are going to be ones too that if you have anything on those, because it is such a new product, you're more than welcome to contact your account manager before you submit and ask them, hey, let me know how to submit this. What is the correct class code? We do have a couple different class codes, so choosing the right one is going to be beneficial for you. Other than that, we are wide open as writing those is going to be something that we're really focused on in 2024.
All right, wonderful. I always think too, in my insurance experience, I've been in insurance for 6 years. I feel like everyone has a contractor or a beauty salon. They're everywhere. So always good to quote those. Next question I can answer. will this webinar recording be shared with us? So at Pathpoint, we do have a YouTube channel, so you can check that out for on-demand recordings of all of our trainings, demonstrations. We even have some videos of these gentlemen here. But if you want a recording, we can absolutely send that to you. Reach out to your account manager. Otherwise, you can watch anything on demand that we display at our YouTube channel. So we'll send that too. Great question. Next question I see, if the insured finances the premium, does the finance company pay Pathpoint directly?
If the insured is financing through PathPay, that is taken care of, paying us directly 100%. If you're opting to utilize third-party financing, that'll have to be done via agency bill, and the premium finance company would be paying the agency to then remit payment to Pathpoint.
All right. And Zach, we do have another question. How do I see premium financing estimates? Can you show us that again? Oh, you're muted, Zach.
I'm going to share my screen here. Can
right,
you
yep,
guys
we
see
can see
computer
it.
number 3? So what's nice is this used to be a clunky feature where you would have to reach out to your account manager once you got this premium and they would calculate it for you. What's nice is once you're actually in a quote, so let's just say we go into the Markel quote, it's going to break down this financing estimate. It takes about a second to load, but once you have it, it will show you exactly what's going to be due. It's going to show you the down payment that's due for the insured. It's going to show you their interest charge, and it's going to show you what their 10 monthly installments look like. It is a very easy process, very, very smooth. So as soon as that down payment is made, that is when the binder and policy documents are released for you. Nice part about this too that I really like to highlight to agents is if you're on PathPay insured bill, and let's just say you bind a policy today and your insured calls you tomorrow because it's insurance and it happens all the time and tells you, hey, I no longer need that policy. I actually bound something through somebody else. You're not on the hook for that 25% down or minimum earned premium with PathPay insured, because we don't bind a policy until your insured pays us. We don't hold it. We just hold the effective date. So essentially we're not binding anything until that. Now agency bill, as soon as you request bind, again, that goes through the 2 to 3 hour period. And then that is when you're responsible for the entire premium minus the commission. You would hold that for your agency and just pay us the remitted premium.
All right, great question. I did have another question, which I just answered, but if anyone out there is not currently signed up or registered with Pathpoint, just let us know in the chat or in the Q&A if you want us to follow up. But if you would like to register or sign up and haven't done so yet, let us know in the chat or the Q&A. One of these fine AMs will give you a call, or one of the other AMs listed on the map that Zack showed. And if you just need another demonstration, or if you have any questions, the theme here is there is a team of, what do we have now? 8, 10 account managers, and we're only growing more at Pathpoint. So they are your main resource. And that's a common question, Zach and Keegan and everyone, I think we do get. Who's your main contact? It's these gentlemen. It's this team of account managers. So if you're stuck for more than 30 seconds, I say, utilize your account manager. That's what they're here for. All right, last question we have here that I see. What happens if my submission is referred? So when they're quoting, instead of an instant quote, what does it mean if a submission is referred?
Yeah, I'll jump in and take that one too. Kind of touching back on who's your best point of contact. You're going to see quite a few people reach out to you. When you submit something that's referred, it's actually going straight to underwriting. They may have 5 more questions for you. They may have 2 more questions for you, but you're going to get an email from them letting you know within 3 to 4 hours that they're reviewing it right then and there. And then they're going to follow up on that email with letting you know, okay, hey, we actually need to see that this parking lot has been repaved. Is actually a recent one that I just did this morning. So that's going to be something big for you too. Again, you're going to get contact from your underwriter. So mine for Florida is Johnston right now. If Johnson reaches out to you and asks you a question and everything like that, and you're trying to get a hold of him, odds are trying to get a hold of him on the phone is going to be better directed towards getting a hold of me on the phone or sending me an email. So then that way I can follow up with him too. Our underwriters are constantly turning around new business and also binding for us right now. So we're just trying to basically stay in front of it. If you have any questions, just direct them to your account manager. We will always be the first one to help out. Even if it is an underwriting question, we will get the underwriter involved for you as quick as possible and make sure that you're fully taken care of.
All right, so it sounds like reading between the lines, have your AM stalk the underwriters for you. That's a great resource. We do have another question. I'm going to direct this. I think this is to Derek or Zach, but what is the max TIV allowed for property risk in Texas? It doesn't say a vertical, so could one of
Yeah,
you
good question.
explain?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, the markets we have one that goes up to $1 million, one that goes up to 2.5 million, and then our highest market is Vave. That goes up to $3 million per location, 5 million per actual policy. So that's what we have to work with for now. Maybe, hopefully, our carriers will offer some higher limits at some point. And once that does come down the chain, we're definitely going to communicate that with you.
Well, and that's a good point there, Derek. So we are making some enhancements to our appetite soon. So if you are getting Pathpoint emails, make sure you check those because we will announce when those changes go live if we do go up in TIV. So no spoilers, but check your emails soon. And if you don't follow Pathpoint or get our emails, make sure you register, sign up, follow us on LinkedIn because that bat signal will go out once we do increase our markets and our appetite. So look out for those. But it looks like we got through all the questions, team. Zach, do you have any final words to close this out today?
Yeah, just as Justine said and how Derek highlighted, we are always changing our appetite. As I mentioned, I've been here since December, and we have 9 new products since I've been here. So it's one of those things where we're constantly listening to agents too. If you tell us you're stuck on something or having a really hard time placing a certain risk, let us know. We might not have the option right then and there, but it's something that we are constantly relating to our product team and trying to get new carriers and new products out to you as the agents. We know it's only getting tougher out there. Again, I have family that writes on the brokerage side, so I hear it every day from them as I'm their account manager. I came from the brokerage side, so I know how tough it is actually getting out there. So again, if you have anything or anything at all that you're seeing, let us know. The more information you can give us, the better. If we have something that instantly quoted with us and you want to tell us, hey, this one lost by $300 in premium, let us know that. So then that way we can keep going back to the carrier and keep making sure that our premiums are competitive with what the market average is seeing as well. So that's really the big thing. Keep us in the loop as much as possible. Really, your account managers are going to be your best friends, if you will. We're going to be the people that can kind of get everything done as soon as possible for you. If, again, an underwriter asks you a question, feel free to respond right back to that email. But again, if you have something that's instant, always reach out to one of us, as we're going to be the people that can get back to you the fastest and try to get things turned around as fast for you as possible.
All right, well, thank you all for attending today's first Zack Sales Corner. Let us know or let your account manager know if there's any topics you want Zack and the team to address. Look out for the email for the next podcast event coming to you in June, but we hope you have a happy quoting and a happy Wednesday. Take care.